Hey you guys, what is up? This is Jeff back with another video. I'm doing a redo of my how to cast a bait caster because the last one I did was kind of low quality. I filmed it with an iPhone 3, so very bad low quality, very terrible lighting. So I figured I would try to redo it. But the sun is not cooperating. Luckily we're about to get hit with a cloud soon, so whew. So the bait caster that I'm using really quickly is the Abu Garcia Aura Combo SX, Aura 2 SX, and I'm throwing a Boyd Duckett spinnerbait. So that's about the weight that you can expect. So I think it's about a 1/4 ounce or a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. So back to the tutorial. What you want to do is you're going to see these. If you get a 13 fishing, they don't even have these, which is what I like because these do nothing. You're going to take these and turn them down to minimum. Okay? Then you're going to go over here to your tension spool. Alrighty? You're going to tighten that pretty much as to where the bait does not fall. Okay? You can just you can hit the bail, you know, you can give it a shake and it'll fall a little bit when you shake it. Alrighty? So, then you're going to hit your bail, and as you can see, no line is coming out. We're going to loosen it until there's a steady stream of line, but see, when I'm doing this, when it hits the water, there's no backlash like that. So it's falling out fast, but there's no backlash when it hits the water like that. Okay, so now you've set it up properly. You can take it down a little bit, but that's for later when you're when you've gotten this mastered with no backlash. Then you can just turn these pretty much all the way off and just make country mile long casts. But, so now what you're going to do is you're going to hit the bail, and as you can see, the line will be falling out, but it's not backlashing when it hits the water. You're going to take it and just give it a light lob, and then stop it before it hits the water, okay? Your thumb's completely off the spool. Here, let's get another shot of that. Okay, you're going to want to take this, open the bail, and don't let it go like this and try to cast it, because you won't be casting it, you'll just be letting out line. You're going to take it and just thumb the spool like that, okay? Make sure your thumb is locked onto that spool. And when you let it go, the line will come off the spool. So, thumb on the spool, take it back, and then lob, and then stop right before it hits the water. You stop the spool. Okay, with this, you're not trying to go for distance, and a lot of mistakes that I see beginners make are as follows, and I quote, turning these completely down to where the spool tension knob pops off, and then getting a bunch of backlash and selling the rods at the pawn shop, or B, going like this, and like trying to break their rod, try to get that rod to load up, and then fling the spinnerbait or big swim bait or something like that 5 miles. You don't want to do that. It's going to stop 10 feet in front of you, and you're going to have the mother of all backlashes and end up cutting all of your line off. And once you start to get into buying braid, that's going to cost you a little bit, okay? I'm not going to lie. 20 bucks is a lot to pay for one backlash. So, again, take it, put your thumb on the spool, and for now, we just want to lob it. And stop it, okay? And see, I'm standing at the back of this 6-foot diving board, and my pool is 40 feet long. So I'm making about a 50-foot cast, just lobbing it, okay? Okay, so you just want to take it and lob it, okay? And see, the great thing about that is I just hit my house. See all that backlash? That's not a lot of backlash for hitting a piece of structure, and there's no knots in it. That's because you set this thing so tight, there's not really a lot of line coming off the spool. Okay, so, and then you can easily pick it out, and then when there's not any loops knots in anymore, you can reel it in, and you're back in business. Okay, so bait cast backlash. The bait cast backlash, when you get one, pick it out, and you want to run it through your fingers like this, so that way you don't get more backlash because the line's on loose. Okay, so now, again, just lobbing it with your thumb off, and stop the spool before it hits the water. Okay, if you don't stop the spool and you're at this tension, this amount of tension on your spool will probably not backlash. If you're just lobbing it like this, and you hit the ground, no backlash, okay? And this falls into that how to cast a bait cast like a spin cast. If you do this, you should be going about 1 click lighter than I am right now, okay? And if you just lob it at 1 click tighter than it's supposed to be, like that, no backlash, okay? I'm gonna have my cameraman get a spool shot, prove that my finger's not on the thing, not on the spool, not thumbing it at all. Okay, we're gonna go back. Okay, no backlash. Bait casters are not rocket science, and they're really easy to cast if you can just get the spool tension right. And then when you get really good, you can basically just turn these pretty much all the way off like that and make nice long casts without any backlash. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. See you in the next video. Lunker Hunters team out.